Korerapera kufamba kopenyu kana musingatapirirwe ndezveikaka vamwe vanotana yavo kumenyu inini pachirasta ndinongobura brand new saka ndakaisa ndiripa relax mabebi yako ndida ndawedzera mamaxi smart ndakutada iri claxi loksi ndinoda rinenge rine waxi ari manheru inofamba netaxi ndikatora bebi ndorova safe sexy andidi bebi rinowanza matrix belaminose I shall rise from the drop to the top. When I'm down the wicked man, I wanna see me flop, I wanna be wise. Everybody's me want stop preciousness. Me wanna see the big thing, cause I shall rise.
But in up in a Muchiround, could I go mira baguna mira my shiny? Go from Milana never sound. My gangster, my art in the papa sound.
A boy at Zimbabwe, into it was TK 1311.
Yeah, man, into it was Nash the ruler. You know what I'm saying? Straight from there, Shirugu, you know? Boom.
So, kananchi tanga ruler man Latangane kutichi, rest in peace, ichi. The Chibaba.
Yeah, man,
you know,
yeah, man.
The best Zim dancehall artist of all time.
Souljah Love.
I think impact yakaita like Pawan, Wakawanda, like yeah, it's crazy, man. Because look at that, if you look at like if you follow like story, like I think music and Wakawanda, like you could relate to, or can I also get relate to? You can see but from nothing.
Yeah, man.
Not yet, and like he was always very true to himself. Like he didn't sugarcoat anything.
And what I see as well, like you know, through his whole career, from like. Chibaba was not like a Munano Shina. Because I'm pretty sure like very moments in dancehall and I know that already. So could have selected out man do up and do kwanza upinda kwanza. But I'm pretty sure Chibaba gonna check down go sika anyway, try to seek and the one right to zero out alright. Chibaba just seek and on tactical one. Then he apa wanoto chitambira futi nemaoko and I'm pretty sure nyangwe aisvika kana for example kana kasvika kwanza ana usvika kushurugu I'm pretty sure nyango mashurugu aitongo neutral.
Yeah, man. Would you say though, like from generation yedu isusu, like Souljah Love is the artist akaita like the biggest impact without following without changing himself, like without trying to go commercial or act any different? Because I feel like he had such a big impact here. Zimbabwean from people who a different genre of music, because when you look at other artists, like when they start getting money and stuff, like Chinja and like content in Engechi, you release some music, like it changes.
Yeah, definitely. Because you know what it is like like what you said. You know, he didn't even try to go commercial. Like he just kept on doing what he was doing. Because I don't know how everyone else feels out there, but like, you know, from me, I feel like this guy, he just kept on making music like similar to what he was doing like in the beginning, like, you know, my ghetto youths, and like, you know, even if like if the music like, you know, ended up like, you know, going like mainstream or like going into like other like group of people who usually don't listen to like, you know, the ghetto youths music or whatever, it was cool. He kept on doing what he was doing. He never used to like, you know, I don't think he never used to be like, I am gonna go in the studio today and go in the booth and try to write something that will actually connect with people of uptown or something like that, or like, you know, or people of another genre or some shit like that. But I think like he just go into the studio every day from day one until like, you know, he passed out, just doing what he wanted and for like for the ghetto youths and that, and whoever like even from uptown or anyone else from anyone from north that who's not from like the ghetto and that, they just like followed him because of like the original music that he was like producing and all that, man.
I just think that like his music was very real and like you can feel the pain, you know what I mean? But I think Souljah Love defined what Zim dancehall is and what Zim dancehall does for the youth in the ghetto, because that's their way of making a living, and you could feel the pain in his voice. You could feel the pain in the message of like every song. Like you didn't have to know him to like Shawari, this person is going through something, or like this person's been through something, but you could just tell that like even now. But what do you think though of like now that like obviously the guy is gone, like what do you think of people Manwaruti like aka fananya ma drugs, and they're saying that Waruti like van vakumudaikes nokuti afa.
What I think here is like obviously Muna choose kuti like this is how I want to be in it, but like that I feel like that stuff just finds you. And what it is as well is like I think like I'm pretty sure like I think it's like definitely I'm pretty sure 100% this guy was doing drugs anyway. But I think the drugs sort of like accelerated like whatever his illness was he was having, because I'm pretty sure if he wasn't doing that, then like he wouldn't be as bad. But maybe this is what I think anyway. Maybe because I didn't know him, it's like yeah, boom, like if we meet each other, like if we meet in the street, you'll be like yeah, boom, that's my Nash the ruler, and boom, like I know him, like then. But I'm pretty sure he started doing he started doing the drug stuff before he found out of any illnesses he was like fighting against. So like it makes it more difficult, because obviously like now like you'll be in a routine, innit? You'll be in a routine of like you wake up and like maybe I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, man. So for me, like what I think here, my outlook on this, like, because first and foremost, yeah, I think culture here do like Vanu Zimbabwe. I think like we are very judgmental. But my situation at Sisi and things that we don't understand.
I know, man. I know because you still remember when Jinimbi passed out and people were saying like I'm gonna Mariam show and go something like that, but how do you know?
But when it comes to this guy, I think personally, like I didn't know the guy, but from listening to his music and stuff for like a long time, because he did tell his life story like here and there in the music, you know what I mean? Like you didn't have to know him personally to know like what he was going through. But personally, I think to this guy, like I think I'm gonna depression. But I think I'm gonna depression, and he was doing drugs to deal with the pain.
That's one other thing that especially like African countries, I don't think they address that as much like in Africa. Like they
in terms of that, that's what I think anyway. I think that the guy was dealing with depression, and yeah, that's as much as I'll say in terms of that. And I don't think that I think like as Zimbabweans we need to step away from culture equa very judgmental, because it seems to be the case every time when someone dies with it like and all this and that, and people don't know what's going on either in that side of things. One.
Yeah, man. And anyway, I just want to add on, like, saying, like, I think people should just be respectful of, like, the guy passing and that, and just know what to say, like, when you are commenting, because talking about someone who's passed on, fam, like, I know people can get carried away just behind the keyboard and that, and you can feel like a gangster and just, like, write whatever you want, but just know, like, just remember to be respectful, innit? And which is what makes us human, fam, like, just be respectful.
Moving on though, like, would you say like Souljah Love was the best artist in Zim dancehall, like the most impactful artist in Zim dancehall of all time? Obviously, I wouldn't say he founded it, but I would say he was one of the founders of what it is. He definitely made it what it became. You know what I mean? It started off as something else, but yeah, like he came along and put a whole new spin to it.
Yeah, man.
Souljah.
China shina shautan Sauya lejima patan Kemikari no sangana mo finari Apeta Inovarita Dovasia pipi ya kwita Isu tene mafanzi Chiba Digati Onyangbe tijishorwa Baye batino taurwa Dikuti Pangi bajoti no chorwa Modori Mufunge tijitarwa Parkoshita wakawina Asinge mshate manage dinner Onyangbe skanti musu wechina Nuna patani ndi chivabina Funza yekina Atina kuwa yekutura mafemo Ngoma tinotobata matemo Tova bao motemo Saka chimba tichichanza tu